My name is Simon Roper and I'm part of the Ambios team, which is here today at Bishop's Hull House, just south of Taunton, and we're running a 24-hour BioBlitz, which is a race to record as many species as we can in a particular location, in this case in the lovely grounds of Bishop's Hull House, where Learning Southwest are based. And the object of the exercise is partly recording species, but also partly public engagement and getting people involved with wildlife. What we find is that people respond to the surveys that we do. They're interested in the moths that we catch, they're interested in the small mammals that we catch, in the stealth cameras that we put out to record foxes and badgers visiting at night. And it's a great way to involve all sorts of different people, from volunteers who come along to help us do the recording, to naturalists who are interested in moths or butterflies or bees or mammals, to people who are interested in using technology, taking digital photographs of stuff that we discover, and then uploading that onto the Open University's iSpot website, which is where all the records ultimately land up. So this project has been funded by JISC, who work with higher education, and a little bit of support from ELSIS, who work with standards in adult education, and a little bit from Big Lottery Awards for All. So different funders coming together. They funded us over this summer in 2011 to do 6 BioBlitzes, and this is number 4. So our first one was down in Devon on the Sharpham estate, and that was a public engagement exercise open to anybody to come along. Then we moved further north into mid-Devon and did a couple of schools where we actually did a BioBlitz on the school grounds to find out how many species we have there and to engage the school community, not just the children but also the parents and the families as well. Today we're here at Learning Southwest, and it's another public event, so people can come in from the surrounding village, come and see what we're up to. And we're moving on further north into Somerset, culminating in Glastonbury Abbey right at the end of the month. And it's about this idea of public engagement, engaging with wildlife, using technology, involvement of volunteers, involvement of families, and it's all about learning, and learning, lifelong learning. So learning really from the cradle almost to the grave, right the way through life. Because learning is such a great thing, you know, such a wonderful thing to engage with. People get a lot from it, and if you integrate that with interest in the natural world and bringing people to see wildlife, and then further link that to technology, that mix together really seems to enthuse people. And we have some lovely stories of people who start by coming to our BioBlitzes and then move on into more learning, more investigation about the natural world. And that's important because the natural world is important, and you know, the pressures that it faces as we go through the next years. It's really important to make people aware of the importance of biodiversity. So it's important from that point of view, but also to engage people in the whole learning process. So part of what we're doing is we're doing the race, which is this BioBlitz, to record as much wildlife as we can in 24 hours. We're also trying to do a run-up to that, where we're actually doing family learning activities as a prelude to the BioBlitz itself. So we're trying to bring people into a learning process by saying, come and listen to some bats with us, come and do a sound map workshop where we come outside and we just listen to the sounds of the natural world. We do that in a paper version, and then we move on and do that in a digital version with them, and that's about family learning. Then there's the BioBlitz itself, and then you've got all this information, and you move on into phase 3 of the project, which is to say, okay, how can we now improve this site for biodiversity and learning? And that's the key link. That's what we're trying to do at each of the sites as we work our way through this summer programme. So for here at Bishop's Hull House, we'd be interested in now talking to the managers here in terms of the way that they look after the garden. Can we improve it for biodiversity, and how can we bring learning into that whole process? So maybe we can do some workshops here where, you know, we know, for argument's sake, from what we've done over the last 24 hours, we know we have badgers and foxes visiting at a certain time of night. We know that we have bats flying over. So maybe we could do an evening workshop which would be about bats and moths and badgers, and if we time it right, we could actually show people the visitors to the garden. We can show people the moths coming into the moth trap, we can show people the bats flying over, and if we're really lucky and get our timing right, we can show them the badgers visiting the garden as well. So it's all about bringing people to that very direct contact with wildlife that then hopefully stimulates them to go on and do other sorts of learning.